Jesus is finally back. After 30 years from your play, 20 years from the movie, what has happened to him during this time, in the movie and outside the movie?
I think he went to jail. No, I don't know. I imagine maybe he was a dishwasher. I don't know, short order cook. I think a bus driver. You know, and
Uber?
I think, yeah, you know,
Uber?
no, school bus driver. I was thinking that was my original idea, and then he gets in trouble every once in a while. So he meets maybe Bobby in jail. So, you know, you have to have a story. So he's a little bit older, and but he's not wiser.
I had the impression that somehow this movie go further in the speech that you begin with the Gigolo movie, the speech about life, love, and sex. Maybe in your movie, sex is a metaphor for life.
I think that movie is a little different than this movie, but they're all connected because they're all from me, and I'm interested in that subject matter. I'm interested. You know, there's the miracle of birth, the miracle of death, and the miracle of love, and that's the biggest thing.
Tu hai bisogno di soldi e io chiudo la libreria.
Ma io non sono un bell'uomo.
Mick Jagger è un bell'uomo? Sei un amante esperto, perché non farti pagare per farlo?
So if you can explore it in an interesting, comedic way, or dramatic way, like John Cassavetes did, you know, all my movies have had elements of that. But it's a metaphor. Yes, it is a metaphor. And those scenes are real scenes. Even the scene with Susan. Susan comes back to life in a way. They bring her back to life to say, that interests me, has always interested me since I'm a little boy. I mean, Bobby said he was raised by all women, and my mother and all her girlfriends were people I used to always listen to. And I realized they were the center of the family, the power of the family, and all the men were running around in a circle.
Non mi creerò problemi! Jesus!
Stiamo bene insieme. Vero?
Jesus Quintana, un'auto e dei contatti.
So even if there are two leading characters that are male, it's a feminist movie somehow. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, I think the reason I have Bobby in the movie with me is that I think we share something of that. I think he can speak about that better than me, but he has a gentleness to him, and he's a very generous person. He never says bad things about other people, and he's also curious. I know him a long time, and I've watched him get, I don't want to embarrass him, but I've actually watched him grow a lot over the years. It's a kind of a wonderful experience to see someone, you go, wow, look at them go, they're flying now, you know, and if you can't enjoy someone else, then you're a miserable person.
Ho avuto 374 ragazzi.
Hai calcolato anche noi?
Torna qui, brutto bastardo!
No, si scherza con Jesus.
Bobby, just because we are short of time, about this brotherhood between Peter and Jesus, but also between you on the set.
I think John is just one of the most generous artists there is. You know, it's just the first call that I ever got from another actor after the station agent came out was from John, and I had never met John before. And he asked me out. He asked me for lunch, and we went for lunch, and he was just so generous with his time and his compliments, and I just find him to be just the most non-judgmental person, and he's very encouraging, and I think I'm like that. I think that there's no room really for competitiveness or judgmentalness when it comes to artistry, really. I think we all do a different thing, and we have to be supportive of each other. And so I've always felt great support from John. So it's very easy for me to say yes to him, to anything he wants to do.